Hello football lovers, especially Chelsea fans. As usual, I will provide the latest and most updated news that I have summarized for you. But before that, please help me. I am chasing 20,000 subscribers. Please help me. And as usual, before we start, I want to say thank you to those who have commented on my previous videos. Thanks to Basilo Monti. There is Michael Obimka. Next there is Giulio Sacciola. Then there is Daliso Tembo. Then there is Kachi Sasaka. Next there is Simon Tata. Then there is Adamu Danjuma Amor. Then there is John Ewuzie. Next there is Excited Hammers Headshark. Then there is Boyer John Robert. Then there is Prince James. Next there is Kibabuz Charles. Then there is Faustinus Dara. Next there is Mojalefa Chueo. Then there is Ike Chukwuijioma. Next there is Jesse Barchue. Then there is Oladele Kamau. Then there is Chigozio Okechukwu. Then there is Alfred Fred. Then there is Okonkwo Ezina. Next there is Asanjaju. Then there is Sunny Ogba. There is Dominic Amwameka. Then there is Chineduka. Next there is Abiadaka. Then there is King Wealth Yagide. Then there is T-Blow. And finally there is Akim Lawal. And all friends can leave comments below this video so I can mention it in the next video. Thank you and enjoy watching. We will discuss the upcoming exciting match between Chelsea and Newcastle United in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. Let's see the information. Chelsea will face Newcastle United at St James Park. This match is interesting because Chelsea already has a positive history when competing at Newcastle's headquarters. They managed to win their previous 2 meetings in this competition. Chelsea advanced to the 4th round after winning 5-0 against Barrow, a team from League 2. Meanwhile, Newcastle United managed to beat Nottingham Forest on penalties before eliminating AFC Wimbledon. This match will be Chelsea's 3rd meeting at St James Park in the Carabao Cup competition. Chelsea also managed to beat Newcastle in the quarter-finals last season on penalties at Stamford Bridge. This match is scheduled to take place in the week starting October 28th. Make sure to keep following the latest updates. Next, we will discuss the current situation regarding Chelsea's main sponsor, which has been the talk of the town for the past 2 years. Let's see what financial expert Stefan Borson has to say. Chelsea are currently looking for a main sponsor for their shirt after their contract with Infinite Athlete ended. This is the 2nd consecutive season that Chelsea have started without a main sponsor. According to reports, the West London club have been in talks with Qatar Airways and several other airlines. Stefan Borson revealed that Chelsea have likely been in contact with Qatar Airways and other potential sponsors for almost 2 years. Despite their previous contracts, Chelsea's commercial team has been maintaining relationships with sponsors. Chelsea initially asked for £50 million for the shirt sponsor. However, they were forced to lower that figure to £40 million, indicating that there is an urgent need to find a new sponsor. Borson stated that if Qatar Airways decides to enter into a deal, they would expect a very good price, given the challenges of doing a deal in the middle of the season. This suggests that Chelsea should be prepared to make an attractive offer. What do you think about the potential deal? Next, we will discuss the latest update from Reece James regarding his injury condition. Let's see the progress of his recovery. Reece James is Chelsea's right back, who is known for his extraordinary defensive and attacking abilities. However, he is currently facing challenges due to the injury he suffered. James experienced a setback in his recovery last month, which made him miss several important Chelsea matches. Even so, he recently gave good news via his Instagram account. In a recent post, Reece James stated that he is fine and continues to undergo the recovery process. He described his situation with the words, "long story short," showing optimism despite the difficult process. Fans are hoping that James will return to the field soon. With his quality, his presence is very much needed to strengthen Chelsea's defense. That's the latest update on Reece James and his recovery process. We all hope he recovers quickly and returns to action for Chelsea. What do you think about this situation? Next up, we'll discuss Chelsea's predicted lineups as they take on Gent in their first Europa Conference League game on October 3rd. Let's take a look at how the team might line up. Chelsea have started the season well and are favourites to win the competition. Should they succeed, they would become the first club to win all 3 UEFA club competitions at least once. Predicted starting 11. Goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen. Robert Sanchez is expected to be benched, giving Jorgensen a chance to start as the starting goalkeeper in this match. Defense. Renato Vega is likely to start at left back. Axel Disasi is expected to start on the right side of defense. Benoit Badiashile is set to replace Levi Colwill in the heart of defense. And Tosin Adarabioyo is expected to replace Wesley Fofana. Midfielders. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall is likely to play in the double pivot position. Enzo Fernandez is likely to be selected as the second midfielder after performing well in the previous match. And Joao Felix is expected to play as an attacking midfielder behind the striker. Wings. Pedro Neto is expected to start on the right wing, promising pace and creativity. And Mikhailo Mudryk will fill in on the left wing, ready to provide a threat up front. Forwards. Christopher Nkunku. Nicholas Jackson is expected to be rested, giving Nkunku a chance after scoring a hat-trick in the previous match. This is the predicted Chelsea lineup against Gent. With this formation, Chelsea are expected to start their Europa Conference League campaign strongly. What do you think of this starting 11? Next, we will discuss the ambition of Đorđe Petrović, the goalkeeper who is currently on loan to Strasbourg, to become Chelsea's main goalkeeper in the future. Let's take a closer look. Đorđe Petrović is a goalkeeper from Serbia who joined Chelsea from New England Revolution last year. On his debut, he showed an impressive performance, recording many brilliant actions. However, under Enzo Maresca, Petrović lost his place in the first team and was finally loaned to Strasbourg before the transfer deadline. In League One, he performed very well and proved his ability as a reliable goalkeeper. Petrović expressed his ambition to become Chelsea's main goalkeeper. He stated, "I only think about Strasbourg and the next game. However, being number 1 at Chelsea, one of the best teams in the world, is my goal." Currently, Chelsea has Robert Sanchez as the main goalkeeper. However, Sanchez often makes quite significant mistakes. In addition, Chelsea also brought in Philip Jorgensen as a backup goalkeeper, who could be a strong candidate to replace Sanchez if his performance does not improve. With great ambition and impressive performances in Strasbourg, Đorđe Petrović showed that he is ready to compete to be Chelsea's first-choice goalkeeper in the future. What do you think? Does Petrović deserve a chance? Next, we will discuss Chelsea legend Frank Lampard's honest assessment of the club's chances of reaching the top 4 in the Premier League under manager Enzo Maresca. Let's take a look. Enzo Maresca has started the season well, leading Chelsea to 4th place after 6 games. This is an encouraging start after last season's disappointment, where Chelsea only finished 6th. Chelsea have undergone many changes in recent years, from management to squad. After a difficult period under Mauricio Pochettino, there is new hope with Maresca starting to show positive results. Lampard expressed his belief that this young team can compete again for a top 4 position. One player who stood out was Cole Palmer, who scored 4 goals against Brighton. Lampard highlighted the importance of young talent and flexibility in Chelsea's squad. Although consistency may be a challenge, the presence of many options up front provides optimism. Lampard also discussed other teams competing for the title, such as Arsenal and Liverpool. He assessed that Arsenal have a strong squad and are able to compete with Manchester City. Meanwhile, Liverpool, despite facing a managerial change, still have great potential. With all the changes and young talent, Lampard feels Chelsea are well placed to get back on track. Can Chelsea maintain this momentum? Let's see what happens next. We will discuss Pat Nevin's interesting predictions about Cole Palmer, Chelsea's rising starlet. After his impressive performances in the Premier League, many are wondering whether he will get a place in the England squad. Let's dive deeper. Cole Palmer, who is only 22 years old, has shown incredible performance by scoring 4 goals in 1 game against Brighton. His impressive style of play in the number 10 position makes him even more vital for Chelsea's Enzo Maresca managed side. Pat Nevin believes that with Palmer's consistent performances, it won't be long before he gets a regular place in the England team. Nevin even claims that Palmer could be the best player among England's young talents at the moment. On Match of the Day, Micah Richards also mentioned that Palmer's movement is often underestimated. This shows that there are many aspects of his game that are not fully appreciated by the public. Although Palmer only has 9 caps for England and has only started twice, Many fans are hoping that he can make a bigger contribution at international levels soon. John Obi Mikel also suggested that Palmer should get a chance to play for the national team. With the likes of Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, and Jude Bellingham among the talented players, Palmer will have to fight hard to get his place. However, his recent form suggests that he is worthy of consideration. So, what do you think? Will Cole Palmer be the new star of the England team? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Mykhailo Mudryk joined Chelsea after competing with Arsenal in the January 2023 transfer window. Recognized as a huge talent, his arrival at the club was expected to make a significant impact. Mudryk was signed from Shakhtar Donetsk for a fee of £89 million, making him one of Chelsea's most expensive transfers at the time. However, his career at Stamford Bridge has not lived up to expectations, with him struggling to show consistent form. Since joining, Mudryk has only managed 80 minutes of league appearances this season, with his only start coming in Chelsea's 6-2 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers. In 18 months in England, he has scored 7 goals in 64 appearances for Chelsea, which is certainly far from what was expected. His market value has now dropped to £33 million according to Football Transfers, a significant drop compared to his initial transfer fee. Mudryk is now worth more than several former Chelsea players who have also struggled to adapt to their new clubs. Chelsea offloaded several key players in the summer to balance the books after spending heavily following the acquisition of Todd Boehly in May 2022. Players such as Kai Havertz and Mateo Kovacic moved to rivals Arsenal and Manchester City respectively, while Chelsea looked to create space for new players. In this context, Mykhailo Mudryk's journey has been one of the main highlights for Chelsea fans, who hope to see him return to his best form in the future.